Hiya, back from the Royal British Legion 1,000 miles in 24 hours. Weather was horrendous. Toby's away doing stuff. I'm getting ready for a tour, and this arrived in the post for us when I got back. So, what is it? And there it is, Monimoto. So that's the device, that's the key fob, and in there you've got tie wraps. That's all it comes. Let's crack on, eh? So here it is laid out next to my old Monimoto, which is that one. You can see the difference in size. That one is about, give or take, 6 centimeters long and 8 or so centimeters in diameter. This one is about half the size. So this is the new 9, this is the key fob, and that's the old key fob from my old one. So quite a substantial drop in size. You can see how battered this one is. It's been on my bike a while now. And the new one, so much smaller, be able to fit it in even more trickier places. And you get the tie wraps to do it. So let's crack on with the setting up. So as with all Monimotos, it's easy to do. The instructions are fantastic. First thing you have to do is take the key fob and you have to split it using a screwdriver, which just gets jammed in the side there, flicks open, to remove the tab that's underneath the battery. Then charge the actual device itself by the USB-C connection, which isn't provided, but we've got loads of those. I mean, you don't need another lead, do you? God, we've got hundreds of them. I typically change the batteries on these, on my older ones, probably about once a year. So I'm hoping that these will last about a similar sort of time, but it doesn't matter if you can charge them up anyway. It's just a flat circular CR battery that's in this one. And when you plug it in, you get on the side, you get a red flashing light, and when the right light stops flashing, it's fully charged. So what we're going to do now is pair it all up. And to do that, there's a scan code. And you go onto open your Monimoto app if you haven't already got it. And if you have got it, it's really, really simple, because all you need to do is scroll down to find your what number it is. So I'm going to try and do that on an iPad and show you. So to add it is really simple. You've got your setup instructions. Basically, there's a tab to pull out of that battery. Unfortunately, the battery was flat and I had to charge that. So I've actually gone ahead and already connected it. This is my Monimoto that's already attached to the phone. So it's Monimoto knows. Basically, all you do is you press the 3 lines at the top. You'll get a series of screens come up and it'll say add Monimoto. Add the Monimoto, you click it, it'll ask you what type it is. So it's the Monimoto 9. Then it will give you a serial number, because the Bluetooth on your phone will find the serial number for that. You accept it, then you have to add the key, and it's a basic thing to do. Unfortunately, because the battery was flat, it took me ages to work out how it was. But I spoke to Monimoto customer support, and they are brilliant. They answered within 2 minutes. Told me what I'd done wrong, but by then I'd completely deleted the app and deleted everything and gone back in. So it took me a long time to sort it out, but it's done now. And if I hadn't been such a halfwit, I would have been able to do it in about probably 10 or 15 minutes. Hampered, of course, by the fact that here down in Cornwall, the telephone signal's not great, and so it was trying to connect to Bluetooth and all that kind of stuff, and so that was a bit of an issue, but it's done. All that's left to do now is go and hide it on my bike, and because it is quite a small device compared to the original, it'll be even easier to hide. I mean, that was pretty easy. And the thing I like about the Monimotos is they've always worked. And when I say always worked, we did a video when we first got them. I took Toby's Monimoto, drove off, and he followed me on the map. And as soon as I'd started moving, I'd only gone a couple of 100 yards, and Monimoto called him and said, the app is moving. Basically, it was in my pocket. And we tracked it all the way through the village where we live. And he found me outside the school there waiting for him. So it works perfectly. Now, why do I like this over things like data tag and other things like that? They are all amazing devices, but the reason I like this best is on my last bike I had data tag fitted, and when it went into the to be serviced, it never went off. And I know the keys weren't always with the bike, but the Monimoto went off probably 3 times when it was being serviced. Nothing from data tag. And I've had that before where I've inadvertently moved the bike when, you know, the keys have been in the house or something like that, and, you know, just pushed it around in the shed or something. Data tag never went off, but the Monimoto always did. So the fact that it works so well, it's so responsive, the customer service is phenomenal, and it costs you a small amount every year to re-update your SIM. I think this is a real bonus. Now you're going to say, oh, you're going to hide it on your bike and all the rest of it. We know of one guy who contacted us after we did our first video. I think he lived in Liverpool. His bike was stolen. He phoned the police. He jumped in his car or taxi, I can't remember now, and he actually followed it on his phone to where the bike had been taken in a lockup somewhere. He called the police, said, this is where I am. The police went in and they got his bike back. Now it took him, I think it took him 3 months because that had to be a court case and all the rest of it before he got his bike back. But it worked perfectly. So for a cheap option, and it works all over Europe, which is pretty cool. And I believe that correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it works in America as well. You have to buy a different SIM for that, but cheap, excellent, and we like the guys at Monimoto. So give us a thumbs up if you like it, fantastic. Subscribe, all that kind of stuff, and we'll see you soon.